Earlier today, I was hitting a mean chest day when a guy in the smallest ring I've ever seen walked in. He hopped on the leg press and started doing a set with zero warm-up, and then let out a full-on scream for every single rep he did. Everyone at the gym gave each other the same look. But that's just the start, and not as bad as the ego lifter. I genuinely have no idea what is going on inside these guys' heads. They will put the maximum weight on every single machine they use. The form is so bad, it makes you wonder how they're not at the ER after every single session. And they will always make sure you saw it. Whether that's screaming after every rep, or leaving the pin in the machine just so you know. I even had a guy look me dead in the eye and go, "Did you see that deadlift I just hit?" Yeah man, we all did. At least they don't get up in other people's business, not like the robbers who steal your equipment. You'll leave your dumbbells on the floor, turn around, and poof, they're gone. Mistaking that a machine is free happens to all of us, but taking dumbbells off the floor near a bench, they're definitely doing that shit on purpose. It's really not that difficult to just ask to use the equipment while I rest. And the worst part about this is trying to get your stuff back. You have to walk over, point at the weights like a toddler, and go, these are mine. While he looks at you like you're the problem. But I guess for them, it is a challenge. Just like it's difficult for the stinkers to put on deodorant. You'll be minding your own business when pure sweat stank hits your nostrils. I really don't get how these people don't smell themselves. Like at some point you gotta realize that that smell is you, bro. I can get around starting to smell at the end of the workout, but these people walk in already reeking. And if they're regulars, you'll notice this little detail, that they just don't change outfits, working out 7 days a week in the same t-shirt and cargo shorts. And speaking of sweat, some people produce it at a level that should be illegal. And the best part is, they do not ever under any circumstances wipe down the equipment. You go on any machine after them and that shit looks like they spilled their water all over it. And you just stand there, staring at it. Do you wipe it? Do you just sit in it and pretend it's your own sweat? Do you just skip that exercise entirely? You end up getting a paper towel and spend a solid 30 seconds wiping it down. All while they're just watching you from the other side of the gym, probably calling you a good boy in their head. It's fine to sweat, especially when working out. But bro, for the love of God, please wipe down the bench so I don't have to sit in a puddle just to do chest, while another person already recorded your misery. How come everybody's a fitness influencer now? I'm not speaking about the people who take a few mirror selfies or film on their phones, but the ones that bring out a whole film crew. You look to your right and see a guy with 10 tripods and a cameraman filming him doing a deadlift from every single angle. And if they catch you so much as glancing in their direction, you're ending up on TikTok with the caption, "Creep staring at me at the gym." Dog, you have a whole ring light set up in the middle of the gym. How am I supposed to not stare at you? But they're still not as self-centered as the bodybuilders. This guy will spend more time looking at the mirror than actually exercising. And I'm not telling you it's bad to check your pump, but these guys will take it to another level. Do you really have to hit 5 poses and take pictures after each set? And most likely the physique they're showing off is mid at best. But even while wasting so much time after every set, they still don't take as long as the doom scroller. You better hope you don't have to use a machine they're using. If these people scroll Instagram for 20 minutes between sets, you can try asking how many sets they got left, but they probably already forgot they were even working out in the first place. I mean, we're all a little addicted to our phones, but damn, these people take it further. About a month ago, I saw a guy playing Clash of Clans while sitting on the squat rack safety bar. And somehow he managed to fall off onto his ass and then just continued playing like nothing happened. Although they do take the machines for way too long, at least they re-rack the weights. Taking off somebody else's weights off a barbell has to be one of the most infuriating things you'll ever experience. You'll wait thinking somebody is using the bench, only to find out you wasted 30 minutes for no reason. Anyone who's been going to the gym for a substantial amount of time has probably done this at least once on accident. But there's people who consistently leave everything loaded every single time. At some point, that's not an accident, that's a personality trait. And speaking of taking up equipment for no reason, the squat rack bicep curls are probably the single worst exercise any person can do at the gym. You're taking up 2 pieces of equipment for absolutely zero reason. Any curl bar or a set of dumbbells would do the exact same job. And then you have to go up to them and ask to work in, which is the most demoralizing conversation you'll ever have. "Hi, are you using this rack?" "Yeah bro, just doing some curls." "Just doing curls. In the rack." You stand there for a second trying to decide if legs are even worth it today. If you ever see a gym newbie doing this, please let them know that anyone waiting to hit legs is thinking of doing unspeakable things to them. But that's still not as annoying and inconsiderate as the gym mom. Alright, now let me get one thing straight. I know that sometimes they just don't have anyone or anywhere to leave the kid while they work out. And that's okay if they look after them. But if that isn't the case, you're in for one hell of a session. Kids are running around like it's a playground, playing with the equipment, climbing on the machines, or the kid just walks up to you and stares. Just stands there and looks you dead in the eye. Like, what are you even supposed to do in that situation? And Karen over here? Yeah, she's doing a set of leg press while paying zero attention to what's going on. Not only is it annoying, but an actual hazard. But at least the gym moms aren't correcting your form. This wouldn't be that bad if the advice was actually good, but 9 times out of 10, it's the single worst piece of advice you'll ever hear in your life. And the person giving you the advice has probably been going to the gym for maybe a month, and now has way too much confidence. Bro will walk up to you and start explaining how your bicep curl is wrong, and I don't want to come off as egotistical, but bro, I'm about 2 times your body weight. Thanks for the advice, buddy, but I think I know what I'm doing. The advice guy will eventually leave though. But if you and the human podcast are at the gym at the same time, good luck. This guy cannot take a hint. I don't know if they're not allowed to talk at home or what, but your pump is already gone, and he's still going off about the big ass bass he caught last weekend. You can't just straight up tell the guy to leave you alone, so you just stand there nodding, praying he doesn't follow you to the next machine. Now before we get to the worst of the worst, here are a few honorable mentions. The unsolicited spotter. You are doing bench, about 9 reps from failure, and out of nowhere 2 hands appear on the bar. The guy that works out in jeans. I genuinely just do not understand the logistics of this. That one person that asks how many sets you got left and then just stares at you, waiting for you to finish. The weight slammer. This guy will just intentionally slam a 405 deadlift on the ground as hard as he possibly can. And finally, that one guy you have never interacted with, but have beef with for absolutely no reason. No idea why, you just do. I'm sure the guy doesn't even know we have beef. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I still hate the guy. And yet, not a single one of them comes close to the high schoolers. Don't get me wrong, there are genuinely some cool young people at the gym. But the other kind, this encounter will ruin your entire day. These guys are basically every type on this list combined into one human being. They'll hog the bench for 2 hours, ego lift while screaming, doom scroll between every set, and flex in the mirror, all while laughing like a pack of hyenas at absolutely nothing. But at the end of the day, all that matters is that you show up. Every single one of us is probably somebody else's worst type of person at the gym. Comment which type you hate the most or which one you are. And if you made it through this whole video without recognizing yourself once, you're definitely the unsolicited advice guy. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.